Welcome everyone to the first qualifying session of Season 4. Thank you for joining us. We have a full grid of drivers ready to compete to see if they can get their cars out of Q1 here at the Bahrain International Circuit. The bottom 5 will be eliminated in 17 minutes time. Ella, nice of you to join us. What are your expectations for Haas being team principal going into today's first qualifying session of Season 4?
Hoping we can do well today and at least get one of the drivers into Q2. We can prove people wrong.
Ready comes down the final straight. He's going to be the first driver to set a lap time. Here in Q1, he crosses the line and gets a 1:31.6, but Luna behind him gets a 1:30.4 and goes fastest. LJ now into second. That's AJP invalidating his lap time. The McLaren driver currently sits P13 and he needs to beat his time if he wants to get out of Q1. Levi about to put times on the board. Levi goes first fastest with 1:30.0. James Bean has just set the fastest lap here in Q1. He's got his teammate Pre just behind him. Pre hasn't set a lap time yet. The Aston Martin driver currently sits P17. But it's James Bean who's the quickest driver so far for the Aston Martin team. Active Buffalo, who currently sits P12, needs to try and find some time in order to get out of Q1. He's going to go into the pits. Gerald Crisp now. Can he beat his time? He's currently 8th. Puts it into P7. Goes ahead of Allfest. Gerald Crisp up into 7th. Dom, the McLaren driver, currently in the bottom 5 with his teammate. He's pushing. He needs to beat his lap time. Can he beat his time? He crosses the line and goes into 7th. AJP sits P18. He needs to beat his time to get out of Q1. And he can't improve on his time. AJP is 19th. He's gone purple in Sector 2. He's currently up on his time. There's less than 8 minutes to go. And he's currently 19th. He must beat his time to get into Q2. McLaren have high hopes coming into this season as he approaches the final corner and up onto the straight. Where's AJP going to put his car? He goes up into 7th, a 1:30.6. Lugner, 3rd fastest for Mercedes. Hopefully, a sign of things to come as he goes fastest in Sector 2. He's on new soft tyres. He has a Ferrari behind him. Can he beat his time? Levi is ahead of him by 4 tenths. Can the Mercedes put it into 1st here in Q1 as he's about to cross the line? What's his time going to be? Can Lugner beat his time? He goes ahead of Levi and he goes up into 2nd. Time is ticking and Pre needs to get a wriggle on. He's currently P20, bottom of the pile. He's about to cross the line. He needs to beat his time. Where's Pre going to put his car? He goes into the P9. Blazer is P18. There's only 4 minutes to go. Can he get out of Q1? He goes into 11th. Active Buffalo is currently sitting in P18. He's ahead of the Ferraris, but he's in the danger zone. If he doesn't beat his time within the next 3 minutes, he will be out of Q1. Slivery Cow, one of the new drivers of Season 4, crosses the line and goes 5th fastest. Totally JD in 17th place, going round the final sector. Can he get out of Q1? The Ferrari driver under pressure already at the start of this season. Top to go down by many. Can he beat his time? He can't. Totally JD is out of Q1. And the drivers out in Q1 are Acted Buffalo, Relic, Totally JD, Allfest, LJ and Ollie's. Pre has retired already here in Q2, which means the Aston Martin driver won't be making it to Q3. The drivers, all on an outlap, now pushing to get the best time possible. Not all the drivers will make it into Q3, so this first lap time that they set may be very important come the end of Q2. Gerald Crisp crosses the line and gets a 1:30.5, but Lugner's going to be his time and get a 1:30.2. That's the time to beat. Harry Sanchez goes 3rd fastest, and Slivery, the Williams driver, gets beaten by AJP, who now goes 4th fastest, and Slivery is now 5th fastest. But it's Lungner who's fastest so far. What position can Jack put his car in as James Bean goes quickest? Jack's going to go into 2nd, a 1:30.1. The Alfa Romeo driver who was racing for Alpine last season, but he's racing for Alfa Romeo now, and he's 2nd quickest here in Q2. Sizzling H, currently in P12. As it stands, he will be out of Q2. He has to beat his time as he's about to cross the line. Goes into 4th. That's a great time by the alphatauri driver. Slivery Cow is up on his time. He's currently 10th quickest, so he might need to make an improvement to make sure he gets out of this qualifying session. He's about to cross the line. Where can the Williams driver put his car? Into P3 ahead of Lungner. That's a great effort. Well, the big talking point is this man, JC, out of Q1, and he's going to go 8th quickest here in Q2. No one thought they'd see a Ferrari driver get out of Q1, but this man may have just put his car into Q3. Blazer, currently P12, the Red Bull driver, is out as things stand. There's less than a minute to go here in qualifying. Can Blazer make an improvement on his time? He's going to cross the finish line, and he can't improve on his time. AJP goes fastest around Sector 2. The McLaren driver is currently in P11 with his teammate Dom in P13. Both McLarens, as it stands, are not going to make it through to Q3. However, AJP is up at his time. He's coming around that final corner, up onto the straight. He's going to cross the finish line, and he's going to put it fastest here in Q2 at 1:29.5. And the drivers out in Q2 are Pre, Blazer, Harry Sanchez, and Giro Crisp. The drivers are coming out now for Q3. For the first time in Season 4, the top 10 are about to battle it out for pole position. The Alfa Romeo driver of Jack is on an outlap. He's gone under the radar. Where can he put his car come the end of this qualifying? Well, what can this man do? Lungner, the Mercedes driver, just finished his outlap. He's now starting his push lap. He's had an excellent Q1 and Q2. Can he get on pole position or get on the front row? We're about to find out. Lungner's coming down towards the final part of Sector 3. He's coming around that final corner. He was the first driver out of the pits. He's going to set a lap time. A 1:30.4 is now the time to beat as we go on board with Dom. He's coming around the final corner as his teammate AJP goes ahead of Lungner. Gets a 1:30.0. Where can Dom put his car? Dom goes on provisional pole with a 1:30.0. And now the Ferrari driver of JC is going to cross the line and goes for fastest. James Bean, who is making his LGN F1 debut, has made it to Q3 and goes on to provisional pole with a 1:28.8. Where can Levi put his car? He's currently 8th. He has a set lap time. Levi goes 2nd quickest with a 1:29.6. Sizzling H is currently up on his time. He's currently P7 and he goes 5th fastest, 3/10 quicker than his previous lap time. That's a mega lap from the alphatauri driver, and he's up into P5. Evan is in P4 as qualifying is almost done. James Bean beats his time once more and gets a 1:28.4. Can Evan make an improvement on his time? He's going to go into the pits, and that's going to see Q3 come to an end. Well, with Q3 finished, here's how the grid will stand going into the race in Bahrain. James Bean has put it pole position on his LGN F1 debut, with Levi and him locking out the front row. JC will be starting in 8th after an impressive Q1, Q2 and Q3 performance by him, and Ollie's will be disappointed with his position, with both Haas's starting 19th and 20th. Thank you for watching today's qualifying video. We will see you for the Bahrain race very soon.